So this is the action hour on Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. my time, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. your time. And so I'm just really happy to be here with you. And I'd like to open the floor to whomever would like to bring up anything to do with courage, faith, trust, whichever. I know Beck said she's wants courage or taking up courage today. So maybe we can talk about that, about courage to move forward.
Thinking about courage today was I have 5 one-on-one connection calls today. So just really having the courage to just listen and receive feedback and hear that feedback and move forward with what makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely takes courage to every day it takes courage for me to look at my calendar and start the day and then be committed to doing those things that I've said I'm going to do, and do that with compassion, as well as honesty and personal responsibility. So those are 3 of the things that I really focus on. And it does take courage. Sometimes it just takes courage to get out of bed and look at that calendar. So I don't know, anybody else want to add anything to that?
I guess I can talk a little about it. I'm heading today, and we are going to be the 3 of us in the house. I'm having the courage to know that I can communicate clearly, and working on teaching Hazel to have the courage too, that when she's feeling things, to speak up and ask, and if something's not true, teaching her to correct all people out on it. That's not true, or that's not nice to say. And I think something that I've been working on really hard this week with my mom and dad, even because as they age, they really salty with each other. They can't hear each other. And I'm like, instead of biting each other's head off, why don't you guys go to the kitchen and sit down and have the courage to have the conversation? I'm like, you guys have been married for almost 50 years here. Have the courage to ask, what did you say? Like it's really, I guess this week is really about me stepping back and just like being present and having the courage to people also, because there's a lot that needs to be done in the upcoming years up here, and having the courage to say, hey, you guys, this isn't safe anymore. Let's change it. Having a 7-year-old man as a father that is very set in his ways, he does not like when they tell him that things are not safe that he's doing. So having the courage to be like, Dad.
Yeah, you're cracking up a little bit, but I got it. It takes a lot of courage to, first of all, ask, to speak up, and to be aware, observing what's going on, and then processing that, and how you can best move forward with courage and compassion. So that I work on that as well. And I'm older than your dad, but I'm still working on it, and I'm aware, and I'm going for it. So I think it's that awareness and that willingness, right, to be courageous and do what's best for you, with that compassion for yourself and for those that you're with and you're observing and being aware of. So thank you for sharing that, Jenna. It's like watching the obituaries and seeing everybody younger than me passing away. So when you said a 70-year-old man, I said, well, okay. So anyway, go forth, do your intentions. I'll see you back in 40 minutes. So I'm so proud of myself. I get the recording on and off. So I'm going to acknowledge myself. So let's go on and share any insights, thoughts that we've had while we were fulfilling our intentions, and how important it is to have this time in the present to move forward and maximize time.
I'll share. First, I want to just congratulate all of us based on the courage word before, with a lot of things going on. I am seeing folks, and I have to say myself as well, I have those moments where things that are going on in everybody's household right now with regards to expenses and that kind of thing can really weigh you down, and to have the courage to just still get up and say, okay, well, what is in my control? What can I do? And we're all here working on ourselves and our businesses. And that also kind of leads into being here with you ladies. I missed not coming as often as I was before. And I was on the fence, like maybe, I'm not coming, and that's because I don't need to come or have the time to come, or, all of those things. And it's much easier to not commit than it is to stand in it and say, no, this is worth it. And so I'm very happy to be here, be in your presence, and share celebrations and intentions and courage.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. I feel the same way. I often forget that I have this tool in my toolbox. And yet when I make the decision to participate, I too am fed, and I'm able to live that intention. So thank you for sharing that, because that came to my mind as well. Anyone else? Stephanie just put a chat in the box and I lost it. So let me find it because it was really good. And Stephanie said, and that art behind you always makes me happy, Regina.
I love the colors in it. It just always is uplifting to see it on the screen.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Mission accomplished then. And just these are all also the colors that I really look good in.
OP.
I usually try to put a shirt on that pulls a color, but I don't have one. They're all dirty.
There you go.
Well, your eyes matched one of the colors in there, so you're always wearing that color. Anyone else? I love that, because I just think that when we are conscious and aware and intentional and do things on purpose, it really accelerates our capacity to use time wisely. And I think that's one of the decisions that either can speed up our intention and help us to get to move forward, because we only have the here and now to make those decisions and to use that time. We all have exactly the same amount of the commodity, and yet it's that intention and that clarity and that consciousness that we are in control of that time right now. Yeah.
I love what Regina said about, thinking about what's in our control and getting to choose from that space. And I mentioned that I got the bonus of starting a breath meditation. And during that process, I looked at my vision board, and one of the things that caught my eye, because we are in the courage hour, is the reminder that I have the word courage to teach freedom. Oh, hey, and did I mention there's a whole powerhouse thing that's been on my vision board for I think this vision board has been together for like 3 years. Like it's
longer than that, because that was made in my basement, that one.
Yeah.
Or
So
5 years.
Yeah, courage was standing out, and it was definitely mentioned how much courage it takes to, even give ourselves those assessments of what's serving us, what's not. Is it personal responsibility and commitment that we need to think about for ourselves, or, is it something that we're avoiding? So, I appreciate the conversation about, thinking like, oh, well, we get to this point where we wonder if it's this or if it's this. And it does take courage to really have the personal responsibility to know what is ours and what is something different. And then being able to make a decision and intentionally move from that space. So,
Yeah. Yeah, well, great discussion, great masterminding. Stephanie, are you going to be hosting the next hour?
yes, she is.
Yep, I got it.
Okay, all righty. Well, I will see you all next time on purpose.